station of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with your host, Steve Rhodes.
Terrific Tuesday edition of today's opening bell on the Trader's Edge. I'm your host, Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, the daily newsletter service that is the intelligence for creating financial freedom. I hope everyone out there had a magical Monday. Let's make sure that you and I, that we do all that we can do to have one heck of a terrific Tuesday out there. Now, I'll do all that I can during the next couple hours and sharing with you extraordinary tools that help us to identify where price is headed to, where it's going to run into obstacles out there. We'll utilize A to B equals CD patterns. We'll utilize Fibonacci expansions and retracements because the markets are doing either one of those. And, of course, the combination of those two, that's what creates those wonderful Gartley and butterfly patterns out there. Of course, before we pull the trigger on any trade, we need to know what the bulls and bears are communicating to us. That means we got to understand our Japanese candlesticks out there. So we'll do that as well. Now, this is a call-in talk show. That means I'd love to hear from you. And you give me a call at 877-927-6648. Or internationally at 727-445-1044. If you give me a call, you and I, we can go hunting for bulls and bears. I'll do everything I can to answer any question that you have. And if I can't come up with the answer, well, maybe I'll find it out later, and I'll send you an email on that. So give me a call, folks. Hey, let's begin the day. William Shakespeare, he once said this. You probably know this. He once said, hey, it's the mind that makes the body rich. Let's go make our mind and let's go make our body rich as well. It is Terrific Tuesday. This is TFNN. I'm Steve Rhodes, and welcome to the show. Right now, we've got Dow Futures to trade up 24 points, trading out at 17,080. S&P Futures up a couple points, trading at 1997.50. NASDAQ up 8 at 4,071. Russell 2000 up a couple points, trading at 1164. King dollar back 7 pennies. That's straight out 82.52. We'll take a look at that British pound because it did form a key reversal session yesterday, having a little bit of follow through this morning. So we'll go see if that means anything. Goldilocks on the move this morning, up $10. That's straight out at 12.89. Silver up 19 cents, up 1 full percentage point. It's trading out at 19.55. Light sweet crude up 75 cents. That's straight out at 94.10. If we take a quick peek across the globe out here, what we're going to find is we're going to see the in Asia last night, we had the really a down market across the board. In fact, the Shanghai off 23 points. That was down 1 full percentage point. Hang Seng off 92 points, about 3/4% out there. The Nikkei off 92 points as well, 0.6%. Over in Europe this morning, DAX is up 24, the FTSE up 25 points as well. So now where do we begin our day? I'd say that where we begin our day is let's go see if we can figure out what's going on inside of gold out here. So it's up $10. Let's use multiple charts and multiple time frames. Let's use all the tools that we can here. So let's start off. Let's take a look at a daily chart for gold. Let's try to figure out what it's been doing. Now, I've got the continuous contract up on my screen here as we take a look at the daily chart, just so I've got enough data to be able to process all the different tools that I've got out here. So if you're watching us on TigerTV, thanks so much for doing that. If you're listening on the radio, maybe an archived version of this show that you downloaded from iTunes out there while you're working out, that's a beautiful way to listen to it. I'll describe to you what we're looking at. Of course, you can catch the archive of this show or catch the live stream. Just go to the homepage at TFNN.com. Up right-hand side, you'll see that button. 3 smartphone devices. Click on that. The show will stream live. Now, we're looking at a daily chart for gold. We can see that it made a top out here recently, back on July 10th. It did it with less relative strength. We got a nice bearish reversal signal as that top was being formed. That took place on July 14th. An evening star, bearish engulfing candle. That took place again on July 14th. We saw price close below a market profile low out there as well. And then we see all of these green little indicators out here, and those are the Rhodes Momentum trading strategy. They tell us whether it's the sellers or buyers that are in control of whatever it is that we're looking at. In this case here, it's a daily time frame. Now, because we're getting a close above yesterday's Rhodes Momentum signal out here, that actually changed gold into, I turned the colors off just to make it a little bit clearer for you to see. It actually changed gold into a potential buy area. If we go take a look at the Chapman wave, we go count the troughs on the way down. Well, let me use this one right here because it's right over the Rhodes Momentum. Give me there, grab the right thing out here. How do you like that? Let me go grab that. We'll see that gold here on the daily chart making that leg D. Okay, so you've got, and that was on August the 21st out there. So now you've got the potential for a reversal. So you've got two signs of a potential reversal in the daily chart with regard to gold. Now, it's going to find some resistance, or may find some resistance. If we take a look at its market profile, 1299 is the number as we take a look at the continuous contract settings here for gold. So right around that area is going to be some resistance for Goldilocks. We've got two little signals out here on a daily that say maybe, just maybe, well, you know, we've got a 13-and-a-half-month cycle pattern that should have come in July. Hey, we're about to go out of August out here, so it actually has me confused. So since it has me confused, I kind of pushed the 13-and-a-half-month cycle kind of off to the side. We just take a look at just our normal charts. What we also know as we take a look at gold, I'm going to flip back and forth between a couple of systems out here. We're going to use all the tools that we have to get an idea for what gold might be doing. You may recall we took a look at gold yesterday. We took a look at weekly, monthly rising price channels out here. So as we take a look at gold, and I take it back here, that's the daily. Let me put this on. I think it was the weekly was when I ran those price channels. Remember, when we're using price channels, we're not using the extreme high or low, meaning we're not using the wick or the shadow of the candle. We're using the body. So if you're going to use the body, you're going to have a little bit different price channel for a weekly than you will for a monthly than you will for a daily. But the body of price truly is the essence of the body of the candle is truly the essence of price out there. And so what we also know on a weekly chart is that gold has held that rising price channel. So that too is relatively bullish out here. Now, in the case of gold, from a weekly standpoint, I would say if we were to see a close this week, so that'd be Friday, we've got obviously a lot of time left. The top of that candle that I would be looking at, 1304.70. So any close above 1304.70 out there gives you a bullish engulfing down at a rising price channel out there. And I'd have to say, and it would also give us a close above the market profile low out there. So at least get us into neutral territory, utilizing our TAS professional market profiles out there. So there's a third thing to be looking at. If we take a look at, and we'll go down to the 300 and 120-minute charts as well. I've got a new tool here that I'm putting to use. It's our horizontal channel lines, right? The primary trading range boundary lines that have been taught to us by none other than Bud Rolfs. Now, this is a daily chart that I've got on my screen. And you may not be able to read the numbers. I got to work on some of the text things and things of that sort out here. But here's what I can tell you. I can tell you on a monthly chart. In fact, I'll go ahead and put a monthly chart up on my screen just so you can see that. You may see some other colored lines out there, blues and reds, but I can turn those off. Let me do this. Give me a moment here. Let me turn this, edit this chart here. Let me put it off this side. Okay. So let me turn off a couple of colors. Now I'm going to turn off what are my weekly and daily primary trading range boundary lines. So it's kind of a very cool tool that I can go ahead on any chart and actually put the monthly, the weekly, the daily, and I'm actually working on the intraday as well. So a little bit more testing out here. But here's what I can tell you about gold, and that's this. This is taking us back into the 2010 time frame at the moment. And if we take a look at it, since that time frame, gold really solid. It's primary. How about that? For utilizing a couple words out there, is 1248.60. That is where gold has found the largest number of opens and closes, and we saw that gold actually came back here in June 1st. So when the lows were being made in June, as was coming off of that March 1st high out here, that's where it found some support out there. Now, 1321.10 happens to also be another primary trading range boundary line inside of gold. So 1321.10. Remember when we were looking at that a weekly chart out there was 1304. So I'll just give you some numbers. So if you're long or you're short, what have you, these, in my opinion, are important areas to be paying attention to. Now, let me flip back over to the daily chart out here. And on the daily chart, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the monthly, but I'm going to put some weekly and the daily horizontal, right? Horizontal areas of support and resistance are actually stronger, right, than the diagonal. And what we can see out here is at the 1291.50 level, which we have seen gold actually hit today. That is a primary trading range boundary line on a weekly chart out there. So it's very important for gold, whether it's today, whether it's tomorrow, to get above that level. There's another level that's resistance out there. If you can see gold get above that on your little checkbox out there, you could, your inventory list of what gold is doing, I'd have to mark that one off to the positive. So seeing gold today close above 1291.50 has got to make us say, something to think about. Now, 1310.70, if we pull this chart back here, I'm going to pull this back. Here's all the daily, the blue lines going across my screen out here. Those are the daily primary trading range boundary lines. That is where the darker blue, the thicker blue line on my screen out here, that is the largest number of co-located opens and closes within a range out here. It's not exact to the tick. So when I say 1310.70, I probably ought to get rid of the 70, right? Because it's in that 1310 range out there. But a close above that, a close above 1310, hey, 70 out there, you would go ahead and mark that up. Now, 1310.70 could very easily be the area where gold begins to stall out there. So that's a detailed look at what's going on inside gold. We didn't get to that 300-minute chart out here. Maybe we'll do that when we get back from the break, because it is above its market profile resistance area. Something to think about. 877-927-6648. This is Steve Rhodes. This is TFNN. Be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
With the launch of TigerTV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With TigerTV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pesavento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Terrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on TigerTV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out TigerTV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing. Steve takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Welcome back, folks. Dow futures up 20, S&P up 2. Moving to the upside out here, we've got Kite Pharma. Go fly a kite, huh? It's up close at 22.30, trading up at 25.60 as we speak right now. Candy Technology, eye candy, KNDI, it closed at 18.27. It's trading out right now at $20 out there. We've got Mobile Eye NV out there. That is, it's probably, it's Mobile Eye. How about that? It closed at 38.19. It's trading at 39.66. Gilead Sciences, that's up this morning. Closed at 107.45, trading out at 108 and a quarter out there. To the downside, you've got Doral Financial Corp, DRL. It closed at 8.36. It's trading at 6.75 right now. So that is getting hot. I don't see what the deal is there. Best Buy out with the numbers before the bell. Revenues down internationally, revenues down domestically. Profits, where are profits here? Earnings per share, 42 cents versus 69. And if we take a look at Best Buy, it closed at 31.99. It's trading out at 30.55. So not really taking too big of a hit out here. It's a market profile resistance area. Of the market profile high, 30.24 is that number. So it's not even trading all the way down to that level. Now, in the case of Best Buy, boy, it has one heck of a supply line out here. It's got this huge gap that took place on the trading session of August the 16th out here. Now, it's not anywhere near the top of that. Well, I shouldn't say that. The low of that is 36.41. It closed at 31.99. So, it's within range, I suppose, out here as we take a look. And now, one of the things that Best Buy did do, made one of Stevie's favorite patterns out here, and that was where it was moving lower into the trading session here of January 31st. It was doing that with less relative weakness out there. Didn't give you the actual bullish signal when it formed a bullish candle on February the 5th out there. Now, interestingly enough, as it was doing that, price was getting right at the bottom of a market profile low out there, and that turns out to be the bottom thus far inside of Best Buy, ticker symbol BBBY. Also moving to the downside out here this morning, we've got Trina Solar Limited, TSL is the ticker symbol. It closed at 13.37. Right now trading out at 12.54. Its second quarter revenue was up about 18%, not too bad. They had a net income of $10 million versus a loss of $33 million, yet it is trading to the downside out here. Let's take a look at this equity, see what it is doing. It has broken out of a recent downtrend, that's for sure. Let's take a look at that. That would be off of this high out here, the trading session of March the 7th. And, yeah, it really broke through that trend line no matter how you take a look at it. You'd have to say it really broke through on August the 6th out here. Now, let's go take it. Had a sign of strength, too. So this thing came back really to the sign of strength area. It completely closed the gap and tested the swing point. Let me go ahead and let me clean up the chart here just for a bit for you so we can take a look at this. Let's get rid of that. Clean this up just get rid of that trend line as well. Get rid of that. And there we go. So if we take a look at this equity, TSL is the ticker symbol. Take a look at this nice sign of strength off of the bottom. This is what you like to see. That is a trading session of May 21st out there. Moves up with 19 million shares. If we take a look at horizontal areas of support and resistance, remember, when you're taking a look at the breakout, sometimes they'll just come back and they'll come back to the gap. Sometimes they'll come back to the bottom of the candle where it tested. That is right down here, and that's really what this equity did on the trading session of August the 1st. The volume down there was 8 million shares. Remember that 8 million shares was going against 19 million shares out there. And then it was off to the races with a nice little bull sash candle on the trading session of August the 5th out here. So at this stage, this is trading lower. Let's go see where this is trading into this morning again in the pre-market out here. So we're looking at ticker symbol TSL, Trina Solar, trading out at 12. Do I got that right here? Let me see. Make sure. 1254. Yeah, it's where it's trading into. And where will 1254 take us to? It certainly doesn't come all the way back to the breakout area, but this would be an interesting stock to be paying attention to on a, if this thing pulls back later out here. In fact, you'd love it to come back and actually test this this new swing point out here from August the 1st. The high is 1120. That'd be quite a distance compared to where it's trading at right now. So we'll try to pay attention to this TSL. So I'll go ahead and, not to be confused with Tesla out there, and we'll try to pay attention to this equity. Maybe setting up a decent buy out there. 877-927-6648. This is Steve Rhodes. This is TFNN. We'll be right back, folks.
Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's diagnostic box spread analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or TigerTV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
And we're off to the races. We got the Dow up 34 points, trading out of 17,110. The S&P over the 2,000 markets, trading at 2,000.73. NASDAQ up 7 points, trading at 45.64. Russell 2000 up about 2 points, trading at 11.67. Gold up 10. Silver up 20 cents. Light sweet crude up 68. Leading the charge, the upside. Well, you got Tim Hortons out there up $7 on the Burger King buyout. But we've got Kite Pharma up 16% out here. Let's go take a look at that. Up 15%. Trading out right now at $25. What's the news behind this? Let me see here. Kite Pharma announces patients with aggressive non-Hodgkin's lymphoma experience positive results. So there's your news story out here. Now this is a IPO, so this looks to be a bit volatile. This is an IPO that came out on June 20th. It's traded up as high as $32.65, and then was able to trade as low as $21 out there. That had to be a lot of pain for anybody that bought into that IPO back on June the 20th. So there could be could run into not enough data here to know for sure, but there could be a supply line there of folks that are like, I just want to get my money back on this equity. So not enough on Kite Pharma to tell you whether or not you should go fly a kite with this one or not. DSW, the shoe retailer out there, they're out with numbers. They generated revenues of $587 million. That was up from $562. A net income $34 million versus $33.7. So this is trading up nicely here, up about 11% as we speak right now. Let's go see what DSW is trading into, see if this has got some problems out here. There we go. DSW trading right into a supply line out here. We'll see if it runs into trouble out here. Notice how this thing, let me pull the stock chart back a little bit further so you can take a look at it. Whoosh. And then remember, we're looking at Best Buy, and Best Buy had a similar type of pattern, but it was inside the gap out here. Now, DSW had a earnings release date on the trading session. Oh, come on. Don't start doing this to me. Looks like right around there, right there. May 28th. This thing gaps down with 29 million shares. Now, the gap down area, the trading session from May 27th, the low of which is 32.49. It's trading at 31.68 right now, but the intra-session high so far was 32.67. So it's running right into a supply line. It appears to be running right into a supply line out there. If it can close that gap, it can close above 32.49. That would be a nice thing. We are in summer trading out here. Volume today so far 1.1 million shares. Remember, what it's really being attacking has got 29 million shares out there, so it's going to need a ton of volume in order to change its real trend out here. Although you'd have to say it really did break its trend, right? If we just take a look at a trend line out here, let's take a look at DSW. I'd come back to the November 25th, 2013 level out here. And so, yeah, today would be the day if it can stay above an area of maybe like about $30 or so. It's trading at 31.82, but it really needs to close that window. That means it needs to close inside that 32.49 area. That is on ticker symbol DSW. Of course, the company is called DSW Inc. Didn't have to really think that one through a whole lot, did they? If we take a look at other things that are moving out here to the downside, Sanderson Farms, SAFM is the ticker symbol. They're out with numbers as well, generating net income of $76 million versus $67, so beating the top line, beating the bottom line, I should say, beating their top line in third quarter sales as well, $768 million versus $738 out there. So they must be guiding lower or higher costs. But let's go see what it is that they're doing. They're trying to take out a swing point out here that could set up the A to B equals CD. So it closed today below 87.79 on Sanderson Farms would be trouble. Now, this thing here actually broke out. So we've got a real fight out here, a real battle between the Bulls and the Bears. Let's go take a look at those battle lines out here. They're very clear to me, and that is this thing broke out on the trading session of May 29th out there with 971,000 shares. If we take a look at it, that's at the 88.13 price. That is the bottom of the gap, meaning it gapped up slightly on that May 29th session. Now, remember, going to get 971,000 shares. It recently pulled back there with 520,000 shares. That was on the trading session of August the 8th. Had a big old bearish engulfing candle out here on August 14th. Price now down into that level. Volume today, 152,000 shares. Of course, you've got a combination of swing points that it is trading into. That being the swing point from August the 8th, as well as where it had broken out from. So somebody says their roosters have an infertility problem out there. That is a problem. Nothing that a little, what color is that pill? Blue pill? Nothing that a little blue pill probably couldn't take care of for the roosters. In any event, if Sanderson Farms breaks through this level today, and because it's got the volume, that means it closed below 88.80. This would set up an A to B equals CD to the downside. Let's go measure that. Your A point on this is going to be the high from July 16th. That's your A point. Your B point is going to be that swing that it's tackling right now from August the 8th. And your C point is going to be, looks like the high that was formed here on August the 13th. Does about a 60% retracement. 1-to-1 takes you to 81.40, 1-to-1.272 down to about the 77 mark out here. And if this thing really does fall from grace, well, its next high volume bar, its next real breakout, looks like it takes you back to February 25th, 2014, another 900,000 share breakout day. And that's right around the $76 mark. So 76 to 77 is likely the price magnet for Sanderson Farms if it breaks the B point. Again, it's trading back into an area where it should find some pretty good support because of that breakout, wide price spread, accelerated volume on May 29th out there. If we take a look at other things that are moving out here to the downside, you've got Netflix off $4, Google down $2.50, Auto Home down a couple of bucks out here. You've got Adept Technology, not too adept today. It is trading much lower. Let me see what is causing that out here. They were out with numbers as well. $60 million in net revenue versus 41. Not bad, a 50% beat out there. Net income $1.6 million versus 1.28. So they're certainly doing. No, did I grab the right one? I did not. I was looking at iKing Healthcare. My apology. Adept Tech. We'll look at both. Adept. I must have clicked on that for a reason, right? Adept Technology out here, gapping down this morning. Big gap down out here. Big island reversal today. We'll go take a look at that. So they were out with numbers. They had a Q4 loss of 367,000 versus 110,000 loss from the prior year for their fourth quarter. Revenues $14 million versus 13.7. So let's go take a look at this. Forming a nice island reversal pattern here this morning. Yesterday had big volume to the upside for this equity. 824,000 shares out there, but gapping down this morning and coming back into another swing point out here from the trading session from July 16th that only has 234,000 shares. It's already done 253 today. If it takes that out, let's take this thing back further, see where this thing might trade into. Well, this is dangerous. Let me put this on a weekly time frame, get a better feel for what Adept Technology might be doing out here from a stock charting pattern standpoint, let me see, where is, if it breaks that swing point, now even on a weekly basis, so this looks pretty bad. It's already trading into the weekly swing point from July 14th that has on a weekly basis 900,000 shares, right? We took a look at high volume yesterday, but of course right now we know it's pushing lower, so you've got 1 million shares. If it breaks that area, that's some real trouble for this equity. In fact, it probably already has a confirmed A to B equals CD to the downside. Let's see, May 12th, 1.6 million shares. It broke that with 1.4. No, it doesn't. It would be today, or it would be this week that it would actually be breaking through that area. And this thing here would suggest to me it could come all the way back to its breakout around $3 or so. So that is a problem. Let's go to Bob in Hartford, Connecticut. Bob, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How you doing this morning?
Things are pretty good. Hey, I've been making some decent money shorting silver the last few weeks, and I was wondering, it seemed to pop against me overnight. What's going on with silver?
I don't know what is going on necessarily, but we can go take a look at the trade. Are you still in a short position inside silver?
Yes.
You are, okay. So let's go take a look at it. Go ahead.
I'm playing with the house's money, so it's all profits at this point.
Got it. Okay. So let's take a look at silver, try to get a feel for what's going on. I've got the continuous contract up on my screen. We took a fairly detailed look at gold, so let's go do the same type of thing with silver out here. Now, today's candle session, if we take a look at silver, coming off of the highs from July 10th, Bob, there's been just, let me see, as far as bullish candles, bullish reversal signals, there's only been 3 of them in today being the third one. The prior 2, there was a little piercing pattern, which is on a scale of 1 to 5, it's kind of like a class 2, with 2 being the weakest out here as a reversal signal. It never had any follow through, what have you. We did have a bullish engulfing candle. That was on August the 11th, but it never had follow through that very next trading session. So today you've got a bull sash candle. You've got a bullish engulfing bull sash candle, and that will occur as long as there is a close above yesterday's open. Yesterday's open, if my system will participate here, yesterday's open was 19.415. So any close above 19.415, you're going to have a bullish engulfing candle out there. Now, does that say that you close out the trade? Not necessarily. If you see follow through tomorrow, what I would tell you is that it'll be the first time off the bottom where there's been a bullish candle, and there would be some additional follow through to the upside. Now, let me ask you this question, because the silver, if I take a look at it, if we use their market profiles out here, $19.87, silver starts to get back into a neutral territory that says don't be short. You can, you can be neutral, but don't be short at that stage. Are you in a position to take that type of hit? Do you have a stop above that, below that, where, that would be one of the first spots that I would be looking at?
Yeah, I'm real close to my stop, so I was just wondering why.
I see somebody in the den posted. Somebody posted in the den. We got silver options expiration today, so then you've got some volatility. Again, at this stage here, well, look, the sweet news is that you're playing with the house's money, and you've got a stop in place. So as long as you've got those 2 things, you're in good shape there. If I take a look at what's going on a shorter term chart out here, let me see if we can step down to a. Let me see if I can step down to a 300-minute chart if I've got enough data out here. Give me a second. Shoot, that didn't work real well. You know what I can do? Don't give me a minute. It's back. Sorry about that. All right, so if we take a look at silver, I'm going to stick the continuous contract up on my screen as well out here and give you an idea of where this thing is headed to. So the bad news for you on silver on a 5-hour time frame chart is what you don't want to see it necessarily do, and this is using the 5-hour chart out here, is see it come back to about 1941 and reject that area. And the reason I say that, are you watching us on TigerTV?
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool. So here's a 5-hour energy chart, right? A 5-hour chart. And the red dashed lines that are going across my screen, those are the market profiles. And what you can see as silver came off of the highs out here, way back in July 13th, July 14th area, these market profile highs have acted as resistance zones. So what the 5-hour chart is showing right now is we've now seen, this is the first time this took place here at the trading session at 4 o'clock this morning, where we've now seen a close above those market profiles. So we hadn't seen that all the way down. Those areas have held as resistance. And now, all of a sudden, those areas have given way as resistance. The real test here is that if you see silver pull back to 1941, which is that market profile high, so old, the theory is, and the reality is, old resistance should become new support. If that level gets tested, so let's say you don't get stopped out, and that level gets tested, and it gets rejected and starts to move up, we're probably seeing a change in trend in silver, if I utilize that time frame out there. Do you have
that makes sense to me, and then also combined with the options expiration, now I kind of have an answer of what's going on.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to have given you an answer and some feedback, and as always, thanks so much for listening to us here.
Oh, you're the best. Thanks so much for all your help.
We appreciate it. That was Bob in Hartford, Connecticut. That was taking a look at silver. So, we're taking a look at and let's go do the same thing here for gold, because we didn't take a look at gold on that 5-hour chart. Of course, that 5-hour chart brought to us by Saratoga Bob in our Tiger's Den. And, folks, if you haven't had a chance to check out the Tiger's Den, why don't you come on over to the homepage of TFNN.com, test drive that for 30 days out there. Extraordinary peer group is really what I should say, of traders and investors out here. And as we take a look at gold, so gold's a little bit different setup than silver as we were taking a look at the 5-hour chart out here. So in the case of gold, it has not broken through its market profile, its TAS market profile high, which is at 1291, which is where we see gold has, to a certain extent, run into a bit of resistance. But it really be the same thing. Maybe we can look at the 120-minute chart when we get back from this breakout here. 877-927-6648. This is Steve Rhodes. This is TFNN. Dow's up 36. We'll be right back, folks.
Yeah, we'll look at them stars and we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. Funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders, take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Catch the Money Masters as they teach you the art of mastering money when it comes to trading and investing. Next on TFNN.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Absolutely is, folks. It is always better when we're together. Thanks so much for joining us here. The Dow's up 38, S&P is up 4, and NASDAQ Composite up 6. Before we went to that break, I mentioned gold on the 5-hour energy chart out there. We didn't see a break of the TAS market profile highs out there. A little bit different story on the 120-minute time frame chart out here. As we take a look at that 120-minute time frame chart, in fact, let me pull this back. Just really focus, if you're watching us on TigerTV, how cool these patterns are. So if we take a look at the red horizontal lines going across my screen, after gold made a little high out here at 10 o'clock in the morning, that was on August the 14th. We're now, August the 26th out here. So 12 calendar days ago. Not trading days, but 12 calendar days. Take a look at how these market profiles have not been broken to the upside, not until this morning here at 4 a.m. on the 120-minute time frame. Now, it's made its fourth peak at this stage. It can continue on there, so it hasn't actually made it, but it is in that, that fourth wave to the upside out here. But what we really want to pay attention to, just as Bob and I were discussing on the 5-hour chart, when it comes to gold, if you were taking a long position here, or if you're short, the same type of trading pattern is out there, and that is that the market profile high, the resistance, old resistance, should become new support. So that real test for you is going to be 1280, 380, right around that level. If you see gold pull back, that's $5. So we ought to see gold pull back. If this is a breakout, anything that breaks out usually likes to go back and test that trend and just confirm for you that it's ready to break. So a pullback to 1280, 380, a rejection of that area, continue to move higher out there is a suggestion during the and in fact I would think it would be something that we all want to take notice of, because it would be a hint to us while others are on vacationing and sunning on the beach or wherever they might be out here, that we may have seen the bottom in gold. And the same thing. So we started the show. We were taking a look at those rising price channel lines. They have held. We're now seeing on an intraday time period, we're seeing some potential changes in trends. What we'd really like to see is some test of that area and that level to hold. If you see gold get back inside that price channel, or not price channel, back inside the back below 1280, 380 out there, then it's going to take a little bit more thought with regard. Then we got to switch to maybe some other tools. And then, these areas here, these market profiles that haven't acted as resistance, somehow there was a busting through. Maybe it was a false break topside in any event. So if we take a look at the markets out here, what do we expect? What should we expect today, tomorrow, the next day? What is going to stop the markets from floating higher out here? Not a lot when it comes to sellers. And in fact, you know what I should do out here? I mentioned the Great British Pound when we began the show, and I didn't even touch base on that. Let me do that for any of you that are trading the currencies out here. And in the Great British Pound, it gave you a reversal signal here yesterday, and that was a bullish engulfing, a key reversal session. I think it was. Let me pull this back here. Let's see. The open was at 1.6578. The close was at, so it gave you a bullish engulfing key reversal session yesterday, and you're seeing a bit of follow through to the upside out there. So what that would say is that if you were short, make sure that you've got some stops in place out here, because you are getting some indications that the Great British Pound is getting ready to at least bounce and probably make a dead cat bounce, at least 0.382 retracement. Folks, it is a terrific Tuesday, and thanks as always so much for joining us here. If you're off to start your day, have a great day. Otherwise, I'll look forward to seeing you in about 10 minutes or so on the Money Masters. Take care, folks.
Better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This is TFNN.